High school in Dreadford was hell, but Annie and Kelly always had each other. They spent most of their time together. They met for the first time during chess club. Kelly was having a difficult time learning the game, and before the girl chose to drop out of the club, Annie offered to help. After this, the two friends were inseparable. Both of them did not have much of a social life at the time. It was heartwarming to finally have a real friend, for both of them. They studied for their exams together, told each other secrets, gossiped, and asked each other for advice on everything. After high school, Kelly started to hang out with a different crowd. She finally got into the social circles of the cool people. She was being invited to the best parties, went clubbing, she even got drunk for the first time. Annie was still close to Kelly but refused to follow into her footsteps despite Kelly's insistence. Annie denied all invitations to parties and to meet Kelly's new friends. They both cherished one another, but it seemed that life had sent them into different pathways. The sleepovers were a distant memory, and their topics of conversation became fewer and fewer. Despite that, Annie could notice that her friend exuded a newfound confidence. Kelly was beautiful and full of life, like never before. After some time pondering, fearing to lose her friendship, Annie finally accepted to relent her position. What could be so wrong about enjoying life a little? Her friend was definitely happier doing so. The next time Kelly would go clubbing, they would go together, and she silenced any apprehension inside her own mind. The day she told Kelly that, they laughed and stayed late like old times. Annie was very happy and could not understand the reason it took her so long to make that decision. As the arranged night finally arrived, Annie was anxious about everything, but Kelly just kept telling her to relax and enjoy the night.
Don't spoil the experience for yourself,
was the last advice before they entered the Rapture, considered by the youngsters in Dreadford as the coolest club in the city. It was exactly the kind of place Annie imagined people would go to forget about their grades, tests, and responsibilities. The place you meet someone to fool around. She danced, drank, and made out with a guy in a dark corner, while loud music embraced them, the first one-night stand in her life. Annie was having a blast, and did not think twice when Kelly offered to take her to meet her cool new friends. Kelly led the way to an elevator into the back of the building, and to Annie's surprise, the elevator went down instead of up. When the doors opened, it was like entering into a nightmare hospital. A strong smell of blood made Annie's stomach turn. Several people were strapped into medical beds, their blood being harvested by the tubes. Strange personnel were around, overseeing this horrific operation. Kelly was fast to hit Annie and knock her out. Before everything got dark, she heard Kelly say,
"I'm so sorry."
When the young woman woke up, she felt groggy. She knew she was drugged, and she found herself strapped into a medical bed, her blood being taken out on her left arm and something. She dared not venture a guess, going into her veins on the right one. She wanted to scream, but her mouth could not move. She cried, and in a futile gesture, tried to reach Kelly, who in turn was receiving a glass with red liquid from a strange and pale man. In horror, Annie realized it was blood. As soon as she had it into her hands, she drank it all like an addict with lust bordering the insane, licking the glass to make sure she would not lose a single drop. After that, Kelly went away, going back into the elevator with her face glowing, more beautiful than ever. The vampire who gave her the blood to drink told Annie,
"Welcome to the stock of the Rapture."